Welcome back, folks, to another rebuild, and this week we will be going over to Belgium. I don't think I've managed or rebuilt a side in Belgium for a long while, if at all. And this time we're going to be going over to Anderlecht. Anderlecht have not won the top flight since 2016-17, so quite some time ago, nearly 8 years ago, and not had any European success since the last time in 1983, just over 40 years ago, winning the UEFA Cup. So we're here to help them do that in the next 5 seasons, see if we can accomplish them 2 challenges. The league is a must, and in Europe we like to bring them back the success that they did have them many years ago. We have got a 10 million euro budget, and because we're playing an updated database which can be found on the fmscout.com website or the Sort It Out SI website as well, it's an update which has all the updated transfers and relegations and promotions and all that good stuff. So in effect you're playing FM25 on 24, if that makes sense. So having enjoyed their greatest era in the 2000s, undoubtedly one of the most successful clubs in Belgium, boasting a total of 64 competition wins, winning the Cup Winners' Cup back in 1976 and 78, finishing and runners-up on a couple of occasions, and also winning the UEFA Super Cup in 1976 and 78, and the UEFA Cup as well in 1983. It wasn't the Europa League back then. I think it was the UEFA Cup. Yes, it's been a long time since they've had a bit of European success, and we're here to change that. They are predicted to finish in 6th position as well, which is pretty scary considering they're one of the top teams in Belgium. Their favoured formation, the 4-2-3-1 with DMs. We'll have a look at what we've got to play with before we make any decisions. But yeah, that's a formation I do like to play quite often, and it's more or less my go-to nowadays. And the board have outlined the long-term vision and objectives: maintain the best youth system, work within the budget, grow the club's reputation, 1-year contracts for players over 33, so they're not adverse to signing older players, and minimum 3-year contracts for first team players. At the end of this current season they want us to win the league. Wow. Challenge for the Croaky Cup and reach the Europa League proper. Quite a lot of things happening that they want us to do already in the first season, considering they are predicted to finish in 6th position. So first off, we'll have a look at the finances. It doesn't really matter at this point in time for the first season anyway, because we'll be playing straight through as we would have had updated transfers anyway. We'll have a look at them in just a second. But any debts, more interestingly, wow, okay. There's a lot of gift loans there. Non-repairable, payable on departure. Some miscellaneous debt, but they're not paying any interest on a lot. Staffing wise, that's pretty decent. We could do with getting some more coaches, especially a couple of goalkeeper coaches as well. I'm quite happy with everything else. So first look at our squad, which looks quite small. Let's have a look at the older players then. So they've got 4 players 30 and above: Thorgan, Hazard, Colin Koesmans, Matthias Jurgensen and Jan Vertonghen as well. Actually, it's not too bad. I mean, they are homegrown, are they? That could be a deciding factor. I mean, it doesn't look that bad, just 4 players that old though. But they have got Dolberg, he's only 25. Is any of these players wanted? But Angers and Brianza, Ashimeru, probably won't be going anywhere. DN does not train. This player has a recurring injury that is aggravated when playing matches. Okay, that's something I haven't seen on this at all. This will result in him being unfit to train for a while after taking part in the match. So why have we got him? He is wanted. I mean, we have got him to 2025, so we'll see what happens this season. I'm not going to get rid of anybody this first season, but yeah, I think it'll be a player that we probably offload if that is the case. He doesn't want to train. Okay. And another player that's wanted by Frankfurt, Sordella as well. So if we have a look at ability, we've got Dolberg, who looks pretty decent. Probably too good for this league, maybe. Augustinsson, regular starter he is. Inverted wing back. pace and acceleration, not too bad. Hazard, very, very quick. Advanced playmaker, or can he play out on the wing? Attacking midfielder on the wing. Dreyer, 25 years old, inside forward, attacking right midfielder. Okay, so we've got left and right sorted. We just had a look at Amunzo, who doesn't like to train apparently. Thomas Fouquet, excuse my French. Again, a decent player at 28. Dendonka, pretty good as well, 28 years old, defensive midfielder. We're probably going to need him. Another defender, Jan Vertonghen, not too bad. Flips, again, not too bad either. Attacking left midfielder. Yari, who's got high potential on him. Wow, okay, he looks pretty okay. A cam player, so we'll probably look to play him every game given the opportunity. Theo Leone, again, 23. Got some very, very good young players here. Quite a few with high potential as well. So Kana, 20 years old, defensive midfielder. Okay, so we're going to sorted for the DM positions at least. Anyway, I think that's pretty decent. I've got an 18-year-old Strokens. Pretty decent. Valued at 22 million euros as well. I think some of these players will get some game time this first season. Take it from there. So before we get on to the team and everything else, these are the transfers. I'm not quite sure which ones were for this year or not, but there's some, as you can see there, quite a lot of free transfers and no money spent whatsoever. They did lose £30 million worth, mainly Verbruggen going to Brighton. This is a formation that we are going to be going in with. I'm just going to lock it one player in, is Kana. 21-year-old, bags of potential. I just want to see how well he does. He's going to be playing in the defensive midfielder role. He's a fifth choice midfielder. However, with that bags of potential, I'm hoping that with the game time, he will grow very, very quickly. But if we pick our best 11, the side doesn't look too bad. Connor doesn't feature, unfortunately. The results haven't really gone our way, to be fair. We've lost one game. We've won two at the beginning against Ghent and Genk. Then we lost to Club Bruges. And then we've just drawn our other 4 games. We are currently lying in 7th position. 2 wins, 4 draws, 5 points off the lead. And we've got Leon, Zvezda and Midtjylland in the group stage of the Europa League. And we haven't been drawn in the next round of the Croaky Cup as yet. So let's delve into our first season and let's see how well we do. Right, the first season's over and wow, we finish in 7th position. We only lost 6 games, the second least in the whole league, but we drew 12 games, which actually cost us in the end 7 points off winning the league in the end. But the season's not over at this point because the top 6 go into a championship playoff group to decide who goes on to win the league, and between 7th and 12th, I believe, go into another league, and then the bottom 4 go into a relegation league. A lot of different leagues. But yeah, we get to play Standard, Club Bruges, Ghent, STW and Genk. But we have got a European Conference League place. So we're still in Europe, which is pretty good to see. But I'm disappointed, it has to be said. I expected to be a little bit higher, but we didn't finish that far off a top 6 place, really. Goal difference, well, it's not even goal difference. I'm assuming it's against each other. Beer shot. I don't understand why they are ahead of us. If somebody could share a light on it in the end, would be appreciative. We beat them 5-2, so why did we not go ahead of them? It's a little bit odd, but if anybody could share a light on it, then I would be be grateful, because I don't understand that. A point from finishing in 5th, well, at 3rd actually. In fact, we had a better goal difference than all of them, and yet we didn't finish above them. Oh, that somewhat stinks there, it has to be said. But if we have a look in the second phase, we do finish top of that lot. So we do end up finishing 7th overall. 46 points we ended up with, winning quite a few of our games as well by looks of things. But yeah, I just don't understand. 72 goals in the end, 50 against. It's not too bad, but if we have a look at the championship group, 3 teams on 41. So with 46 points, we go ahead and win the league. It's not fair. It's not. But we do go into Europe by winning a European playoff place, apparently. I'm not sure how that worked either. But the Croaky Cup, we got to the semi-finals, losing on penalties after losing the second leg 3-1. We were 4 2 up in that game as well. Oh, that's just makes it even worse, doesn't it? And the Europa League, we finished in the quarterfinals where we got smashed 6-0 by Atalanta. It's not what you want to see, but the group stages, where did we finish? Top of our group, which is good. 13 points. We beat Lyon twice and Zvezda twice, and we drew with Midtjylland and lost. Midtjylland did qualify as well though. The playoff round we didn't go to. We went straight to the round of 16 where we beat Bilbao. We smashed them 7-2. That's pretty good result. So we've done pretty well. And obviously losing in the quarters. The semi-finals, Atalanta lost to Villa 4-3 with United and Villa going through. And it's United that take it from Villa on penalties. Squad-wise, how did our play that got locked in? 2 and 5. It's starting to look okay. Hopefully it'll get a little bit better as well. But goals, 34 and 6 for Dolberg. Superb. 14 and 15 for Hazard. Vasquez, 14 goals. That's good in 17 starts. 11 and 21 for Dreyer as well. 21 assists there. Not bad for the 26-year-old. Anybody else? Not really of note, but we had 5 players on double figures, so that's pretty good. 75 conceded. Yeah, I think first point of call would be to look for a new goalkeeper if possible. So going on to next season, what have we been given? 9, nearly 10 million euros. That's not bad, and we've got a little bit of wiggle room in the wages budget as well. So just a couple of transfers to take note of. We've brought in a right back and a goalkeeper, and we start off with the goalkeeper, Patrick Sigurd Gunnarsson, Icelandic goalkeeper, 6'3". They all seem to be very tall from that country. But jumping reach is fantastic, aerial reach as well. He's got good command of the area. He's not too bad, and he's only 23 years old. A lot better than our previous goalkeepers currently. And he's got some potential as well. And from FC20 for 6 million, I think it was as well. Yuri Regia, right back. Again, plenty of potential. 21 years old. Definitely can grow into it. Physicals don't look too bad, but good teamwork skills. So that's going to be quite handy for us as well. Crossing isn't brilliant, but I'm sure he can grow into that. And he can play... well, he's quite versatile actually, to be fair. So we're only locking one player in this season. It's going to be Vasquez up front. So if we pick our best 11, we have a couple of new faces. Dolberg comes into the top spot, which obviously we don't want him to be there. I think it was what it was before, but we have got a new defender, Simic. He does come in from the youth setup. He was out on loan last season, I think, and he looks really, really good for 19 years old. So I'm going to hopefully develop some of the youngsters as well as this rebuild goes along. So far, so good. We have had to contend with qualification to the Conference League. We did beat Milisami quite heavily, 9-2 over the 2 legs. Then we played Zol, where we lost the first leg 2-1, but we did win the second leg and we won it on penalties as well. So we do qualify for the league phase, I think, which hasn't been drawn yet. I don't believe it's out there yet, so don't know the fixtures. But the league-wise, we've beaten Antwerp, Kortrijk, thanks to our goalkeeper probably. We did draw with STW, we lost to Ghent, drew with Club Bruges, Union SG we beat, and we've just beat Eupen as well. So very, very good start so far. Second in the table, that's exactly where I want to be. I like to be top at some point, but see if we can get up there. But we did beat Union SG, who are third, so they're up there anyway. And like I say, some of the cups are not drawn yet. So let's get into our second season and let's see if we can improve on last. Well, just look at that, folks. We are top of the table at this point with the C next to our name, which assume we have won the overall thing. So at the 30 games mark, we were sitting pretty at the top, 8 points clear of Club Bruges. Only 4 games lost at this point to Club Bruges, obviously Beerschot, Michelin and Ghent as well, but only 27 conceded. That's pretty good. That could be down to our goalkeeper as well. But if we have a look at the championship group, there it is. There's confirmation. 6 points in the end. Club Bruges getting a little bit closer. We did lose an additional 2 games, Union and Club Bruges once again, so they did their damnedest to try and disrupt our party. But Anderlecht have finally won the league. First time since 2016-17, I think it was, so 9 years ago. That's fantastic stuff. Vasquez, leading goal scorer. We locked him in and he's done us proud. And he gets the best player in the league as well, and the most player of the match awards. What a season this guy has had. The Conference League, we did get knocked out by AEK Athens at the quarter-final stage. 3-2. That's unfortunate. I probably hoped to have gone all the way through, but Chelsea are in there as well, and Braga. I doubt very much we would have gone on to win it, but let's have a look at the league phase. We did finish in 9th position. 4 wins. Austria, Lustenu, Kravlov, Linfield and Sheriff, losing to Transport and Roma. Okay, it's not too bad. Still a plus goal difference. 12 points. Just the goal difference letting us down to get into 8th position. 6 for 6 for both Chelsea and Braga, with AEK and Roma also being unbeaten. So we went straight into the playoffs where we beat Vikings 6-0 over the 2 legs. Marvellous showing in Europe. The next round, round of 16, we played Union SG and knocked them out 6-3. Winning the second leg away from home 4-3. And AEK, look at them, smashing Krakow. I'm assuming they're a Polish team, are they? No, Czech. Them is. So there's Roma, Braga, all the teams that were unbeaten. So Chelsea and Braga go through. Chelsea convincing winners over Roma. And the final, Chelsea go on to win it. So well done them. I doubt very much we would have had a chance if we came up against them in the semis or the final. So, best to go out early enough that you don't particularly miss it or get hammered either way. And we got as far as the 8th round in the Croquis Cup, losing out to Lommel SK on penalties, and it was Club Brugge going on to win that over Antwerp. So I'm disappointed we haven't got any further in there, but 8th, quarters, semi, another 2 games we would have been in the final. So we're getting closer. Squad wise, how did they all perform? So our forward that we locked in, Luis Vasquez, the Argentinian, 24 years old now, looks superb. 39 goals in 55 games. Wow. Dolberg, 21 and 13. Fantastic. 15 and 15 for Yari as well in the cam position. We've got a relatively young forward line, so I'm really happy with that. 20 assists for Hazard. He's now 32 though. I'm wondering whether we might be able to offload him. He's got another season left. Use that money, possibly bring some new blood in. But he's still doing pretty well. If Saudi Arabia come in for him, then I would gladly offload him. But 20 assists. Fantastic. Andrea, 11 assists on the other side. 10 for Augustinsson as well. And our goalkeeper, 55 conceded in 50. That's pretty good. And another goalkeeper, 5 in 8 with 4 clean sheets, which isn't too bad either. Finances, 19 million euros going into next season. And guess we're in the Champions League. Or do we have to play qualifiers? We shall see. Right, starting with the outs first. Hazard has gone. He's gone to Almeria in Spain. 16.25 million. Okay, take him. I don't mind. He's 32 going on to 33. Still a very good player. He's done really well for us for the past couple of seasons. I just needed, or wanted rather, some younger blood in there that we can nurture and get some real superstars out of. Ritz is also gone. He's in his 30s, 650,000. And a couple of other players that are just like teetering on the borderline of the team. And then a couple of youngsters going out on loan as well. That did enable us to bring in the following players, of which we didn't spend all our money. We have got a lot of young players in the side as it is. So our first signing, a free transfer, a centre-back. He can play left-back as well. Pretty decent, 22 years old, worth up to 12.5 million euros now. He's 6 foot. Physicals look pretty darn good as well. From Sparta Prague for 4.5 million euros. Emmanuel, a left back. Again, we did have Augustinsson, who we still have, I think. I thought he left, but I think we put him on the market because he is into his 30s now as well, and obviously we've got younger players that can come into that role. From Werder for 9 million euros, we're bringing a DM, more of a backup really, but he looks pretty decent. 26 years old, got some really good teamwork and work rate, anticipation, aggression, nothing above 16 though, which I'm quite surprised, but his mentals look really good. So hopefully if he does get the game time, which he has come off the bench for one game, so we'll see how that fares. But yeah, like I say, a backup really. Finally from Genk for 16.5 million. Yeah, we went all out on this youngster, a right winger. We have got Dreyer and a couple of others, but this guy stood out a mile from everybody else. Look at them physicals. He's really quick. He can put a cross in, he can dribble as well, and mentals look really nice as well, especially with his determination and flair as well. Media prediction is a wonder kid as well, so that's an added bonus, especially from one of our rivals. And if you're wondering where Simic has gone, our defender from last season, our 20-year-old now, he's playing for Everton. He got sold in January last season. He went for €23.5 million. I'm assuming there was a clause, and he only played 2 games, 8 games in total. He should have stayed with us. He would have gone on to a bigger club, I feel. Tactically, we're going to change it up a little bit because we've brought in a youngster from our youth academy, Gilson, 17 years old, 5 goals in 8 already for us. I think last season he did score quite a few goals as well. 38 in 40. I know they were probably non-competitive games, but still, you've got to be around to score that many goals. This season, 4 in 7, 5 in 8 in total. Somebody who can definitely go on for bigger things. Up to 23 million already. Bags of potential. I'm just looking forward to seeing him grow. With that being said, we've locked him in alongside Vasquez as well. Dahlberg is going to be playing probably out on these wings with Emmanuel, Regia, and also Fontana-Rosa. So we'll see how that goes as well. Because if we pick our best 11, Augustina comes in, Fockett comes in. Yeah, we lose quite a lot of players. That's the reasoning behind that. Although Gilson and Vasquez is pretty good up top there with Dahlberg on the left. That's pretty good. And everything's gone virtually our way. The Super Cup, we did beat Club Brugge 3-2 with the winner coming from Dahlberg in the 79th minute. So really happy with that. So trophy number 2. After winning the league last season. Then we beat them in the league 2-1, Vasquez and Dahlberg again. Lama will win 4-0. Then 5 more victories, scoring goals aplenty. The Champions League, we have been drawn against Atletico Madrid, Rennes, Salzburg, Juventus, Copenhagen, Monaco, Milan and Porto. I think this is going to be well above our pay grade. It'll be interesting to see how well we do. We are currently lying top of the table, running away with it, 7 for 7. I'd like to see that remain if we can. And actually in the Champions League we are predicted around about 21st, so onwards to the next round hopefully. So let's jump into our 3rd season and let's see if these predictions are correct. It's another remarkable season where we finished top of the group. 2 points, in fact, not 3. We kind of almost threw it away towards the end of the season. But 115 goals, I think that's what the formation really stands out for, really, the goal scoring. We did concede 57, which is quite hefty, but a massive goal difference. But after the 40 games, we finished top. But in the league bit, in the first 30, we had an 8-point cushion, losing 4 games. Club Brugge yet again. They seem to be the team that really wants to beat us. Champions again. European football once more. Overall, Vasquez and Dahlberg leading goal scorers. So what happened to our youngster? But our wonder kid on the right hand side, he gets most assists for the season, 22, and it's Bars as the name, and best player in the league and most man of the match awards as well. So we've done really well. We really are coming into our own now. That's 2 league titles on the bounce. So to go alongside our Super Cup, that's 2 trophies this season. We'll get to the Champions League in just a second, but round 8 yet again, losing to Charleroi 2-1 away from home. Again, another disappointing effort in the cup competition with Genk winning it on penalties from Antwerp. But in the Champions League, we got knocked out by AC Milan 4-1 over the 2 legs. Disappointing. We did make a go of it in the first leg, 2-1, so it seems, but yeah, 4-1 overall. That's really disappointing. How did we do in the league? So we did finish in 23rd position. We did win 2 wins, though. Salzburg and Rennes. We drew with Copenhagen and Juventus. That's a good result. But lost to Porto, AC Milan, Monaco and Atletico Madrid. But they weren't that far away. They were quite close. And for the first time in Europe, we've had a negative goal difference as well. The final being won by Barcelona over Liverpool. But squad-wise, how did our lads do? So we locked in a few players. Not really developing. Yuri, looks like we may have to go for another right back, possibly. Yeah, it's kind of a mixed bag, really, isn't it? Right, okay, let's have it. Goals then. 26 and 6 for Gilson. So he was our leading goal scorer, the youngster, the 18-year-old. So I was right to bring him through. And he's very delighted. 25 and 15 for Vasquez. Dahlberg weighs in with 24 and 9. Bar, 24 assists alongside his 14 goals. Yari in the cam role, 13 and 17. Dreyer, 10 and 13. Imanol, 5 and 13. Riga, he did get 7 assists, not an awful lot, but 7 all the same. Oh, we did concede 78 goals though, goodness me. But we won the league, so I mean, yeah, got to be happy with that either way, I'm guessing. But yeah, we've got a lot of good players in here. So going into next season, wow, okay, 10 million. So yeah, the money's not brilliant, but we if we can go and win the league yet again, I'd be happy with that. And we've got a bit of wiggle room in the wages budget as well, so maybe we have to offload in order to bring in another 1 or 2 more players possibly. I am looking at the wing backs currently. We need some really special players in there. The only real loss of note really is Augustinsson. He's gone to Cadiz for about 8.25 million euros. Still a very good player, but he's 32 years old now, and you'll see from the formation, I'm not too concerned about letting him go. But from Slavia Prague for 7 million, we're bringing Igo Ogbu, central defender. Looks pretty decent, physicals look really nice, plenty of potential, and only 26 years old. From Leipzig, a goalkeeper for 5.5 million euros, 24-year-old Van der Voort. Probably one of the better goalkeepers that was available to us. He's conceded 7 in 8 games already. However, I'm not too concerned. He looks pretty decent and everything looks like it's going on the up. 10.5 million euros from Frankfurt. We bring in Paxton Aronson. He can play anywhere on the park virtually apart from defence. Very versatile and a very good player to have as a backup if any of our players go down. And finally, we bring in Ruben Neves on a free. 29 years old. Yes, he's only got a couple of years left in him, but definitely enough for the this and last season as well. I think he'll be that player to bring us up to the next level at least anyway, so we can get more money in and bring in more players like him. But he still looks phenomenal at 29. The tactic, I've changed it. I've taken out the wing backs. I said we were looking for wing backs, and there's nothing out there available that we can afford or anybody will want to come to the club. So unfortunately, this is what we're going to be rocking with. Our front line is as it was. I'm not changing it whatsoever. The middle of the park, we're going to have 2 DMs in there now, pushing one of the defenders up, and then obviously we've got 3 defenders, central defenders, and 1 goalkeeper. So if we pick our best 11, that's what it shapes up as. So I'm pretty pleased with it at the moment. So far so good. We've had a good couple of wins in the league, but we start off against Ghent in the Super Cup and we win that 3-0 for another trophy. Really pleased with that. I'd like to bag at least a trophy to start off with. Then we started the campaign with 3 wins on the bounce, a 4-0, 7-1 and a 3-0. We drew with Club Bruges, which is always a good test to see whereabouts we are. Eupen, we lost 1-0 at home. 89th minute goal. I really don't know what gone off there. I really don't. Then we win 3-1 and then we drew to Genk 1-1. The Champions League, we have been drawn against Slavia Prague, Pogoń, Atletico Madrid, Bayern Munich, Monaco, Midtjylland, Porto, Barcelona. That's about it. I mean, isn't that enough, don't you think? I mean, Barcelona to finish off with. Hopefully we will have qualified at that point. We are lying in 4th position. We are some way off the leaders, Club Bruges. So if we're going to defend the title, it's going to be a tough campaign, I feel. But we need to be in the top 6 in order to challenge for the title, at least anyway. We are seeded, it looks like, 21st in the Champions League, which I'm pretty happy about. And the draw for the Croaky Cup has been made yet, but I'm hoping that we go quite far, further than the 8th round at least. So let's jump into 4th season and let's see if we can bring home the league again from this position and go a little bit further in the Champions League and a little bit further than round 8. So we didn't quite retain the title. We lose out by 11 points overall to Club Bruges, who finally take it from us. It's always been touch and go, but we've done reasonably well considering where we were at the start of the season, quite some way back, and probably because of the change of formation we kind of struggled a little bit, but we still conceded 51 goals but scored 98 overall. That's pretty good. At the 30 game mark, we were lying in 2nd as well. We only lost 3 games at that point and we were only 3 points behind, so it was pretty close at that point. 47 goal difference, 36 conceded. I mean, we have done reasonably well considering the formation, the change at least anyway, but Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. We're still in a European spot, but hopefully we might drop into the Europa League maybe, or does that even count? I don't know. We might stand a good chance dropping into a different competition because we are getting there. Dolberg and Vasquez leading goal scorers. Bar best player in the league with Vasquez behind him. Bar again most assists. With them sort of stats, we should have won the league, I feel. I really do. Competition wise, we'll get to the Champions League in just a second. We got to the semi-final of the Croaky Cup. Oh, look at that. We lost 3-2. Ghent also getting through to the final. Antwerp take it. So we lost to the eventual winners, but so close. So close. A better shown in this competition. But the league phase in the Champions League, yeah, we didn't get any higher than that. We dropped out in dramatic fashion. 8 points. We won 2 games against Poigon and Slavia Prague. Drew with Porto Midtjylland with 4-4 draw there. And we lost to Barcelona 5-2. Monaco, Bayern and Atletico. They are quite reasonably hard. With Barcelona, Man City unbeaten. So who went and won it? It was Liverpool from Man City. So how did our chaps fare? Okay, despite scoring 90 odd goals, Dolberg leads the way with 22 and 2. Vasquez 22 and 14. Bar 17 and 23. And Gilson, what happened to him this time round? The 19-year-old scoring 16 and 6. That's not bad though. Neves 17 assists, 14 for Yari as well. We've also got Aronson with 14. How did Kana do? Because he is one of our originals, isn't he? I think 3 and 7. I guess Neves was taking it upon himself though, to be fair. And our goalkeeper Van der Voort 77 and 53. Okay, I mean, there's still a long way to go, but other than that, I think our defence has done reasonably well though, to be fair, despite only playing 3 at the back. So going into next season, 20 million euros. Okay, we can improve it a little bit more. If we can get a few more signings like Neves, that will be superb, especially if they're free. So with not a too busy window this season, 20 million euros didn't seem an awful lot, especially with some of the players that we wanted to improve the team with. Definitely not. So we ended up buying a couple of players, but we had to let go of Thomas Fouquet. He's gone on a free to Aberdeen. So good luck to him. He's played 6 games already. He looks okay, but he is 32 years old. And with him in the side, and plus we're not using wing backs currently, so it seemed an ideal opportunity to let him go or his contract expire. A couple of other players have gone on a free, but they were just fringe players, and a couple on loan as well, some of the youngsters. However, not to be dismayed, we brought in Rodri. He was happy to come. He was a free agent as well. He's played in Saudi Arabia. I'm surprised he came to us. He wanted to come on reduced wages as well, so all the more bonus for us. 2 goals for us already and assist in 7. Anything to help us elevate into that next level and go a little bit further in the Champions League, most definitely. But yeah, we're gonna hopefully he'll play in the cam position because we've already got Bars there. So yeah, anywhere in the midfield roles he'll do well. But yeah, at 27 years old, pretty solid. We've got Rodri, folks. And then we stole Unavar from Genk for 16 million euros. Yeah, if we're going to raid our rivals, we might as well take the best players if we can. And he looks pretty superb as well. Again, can play up front, can play in midfield, also play in cam position as well and out on the wing. So yeah, very, very intrigued as to how this is going to go. Him and Aronson are going to battle it out on that left-hand side, I feel. So we're sticking with the same formation. I don't think we've changed any of the positions, I don't think. So if we pick our best 11, Rodri, Aronson comes ahead of Unavar actually. Bar on the right hand side, Gilson and Dolberg up front. Gilson looking very, very good at 19 years old. He is wanted though, but we've by 12 clubs actually, and we've managed to stave off all the offers. So I'm really chuffed with that. So if we have a look at his development and progress, yeah, he's looking very, very good. If someone comes in with a ridiculous offer, then obviously he'll have to be sold. But yeah, that is just amazing. We've also got Corner and Neves in the midfield. That is a solid midfield. It really is. I think we have actually pushed Corner up to a ball winning midfielder on support. I'm not sure what he was on last season. I think that might have been the early change. I'm not too happy about the defence setup. I'd rather it be like that. They seem happier to play it that way. Sardella is further away from Fonos Tarosa. So Don't know what's happened there between them, and Van der Voort in goal. I mean, it's a very, very good side. With results going our way, especially in the Champions League, we played Tirol 2-2 away and then smashed them at home 6-0. And then we played Hibs and we beat them 10-1 on aggregate over the 2 legs. I mean, I thought that might have been a little bit more difficult, but clearly not. In the league, we got off to a great start, winning our first 3 games. Then we drew 1-1 with Ghent. We beat Antwerp. We lost to Beerschot. Really surprised about that one. At home as well, a 52nd minute goal. And we've just beaten Roll as well. So that's pretty decent. The Champions League, though, we've been drawn against Ammonia, AC Milan, Manchester United, Inter, Derry City, Fenerbahce and Nice. We are lying second in the table though, 5 points behind Club Brugge, who are 7 for 7 currently. I mean, they've only conceded 2 goals and they've beaten Antwerp along the way. The Champions League, well, it sees us sit outside the qualifying. I'm hoping we can go a little bit further because we've done well already and the draw for the Croaky Cup hasn't been made yet. So hopefully we'll get to the final this time. So let's go into our 5th and final season. Let's see if we can make any more inroads in the Champions League because we have been there now for the past couple of, well, we've been in Europe for the past 3-4 seasons now, so which is phenomenal. So let's see if we can do ourselves proud and bring home another trophy. Because the Super Cup's missing there. We didn't qualify for that one. So let's jump in and we'll see you at the end. We retain the title. We've got it back. That's 3 titles in the past 5 years now that we have won it. Phenomenal stuff. And we only lost 2 games this season. Well, the first 30 games. Who did we lose to? Club Brugge, of course we did, and Beerschot as well. We only conceded 29 goals as well. And we had a 5-point lead going into the final 10 games of the season, of which we'll find out if we did complete it. We did. Still only lost the 2 games. We drew 4 of them last 10 games though. Genk twice, Antwerp and Standard. That must mean we must have beaten Club Brugge a couple of times. 3-1. And 3-1 again. That is brilliant. Ghent we beat twice as well, and we did beat Antwerp, which was probably one of the main teams. But overall, 111 goals scored, 35 conceded. That is absolutely brilliant. What a way to get back your title. Dolberg was 3rd highest goal scorer, but Gilson, Bars and Neves, best players in the league. Gilson, most assists in the league. He also gets the most player of the match awards. Van der Voort, he's 13 clean sheets, joint 2nd. I mean, it's pretty good all-round performance. I'm disappointed we didn't have a leading goal scorer though in the end, taking the golden boot considering how many goals we did score. However, we do get to the final of the Croaky Cup and look at that result at the top left-hand corner. 5-3 against Club Brugge. We absolutely destroyed him in the final. We raced into a 4-0 lead before Club Brugge started any sort of comeback. I think it went to 4-3 and then we got another one towards the end. But even so, I mean, that kit looks absolutely outstanding, doesn't it? Really, really nice. A nice finish by Dolberg as well, going around the goalkeeper. But then the Club Brugge start their comeback. Disappointed that we didn't go on to win by more though, it has to be said, after racing to a 4-0 lead. But Club Brugge did not let up at all. They gave a good game of it for the neutral. I mean, that's an open goal waiting to be scored, and they did. But they do get one more, I think, before we go and took it out of their reach. It's again, another good finish. A goal, defence wanting again, but we do win it back from a goal kick, and it is Rodri who finishes it off with aplomb, 5-3. And we didn't have a leading goal scorer in this competition either. I mean, Gilson did his best, Barr as well. I mean, we've all done pretty well, but 5-3 in the final. Semi-finals, wow, we absolutely destroyed Antwerp, 9-2. Wow, oh dear. Poor Antwerp. Then we beat Union SG in the quarters, 3-1. A 7-3 win there, Club Brugge winning after extra time in their game. Round 8, where we normally falter, 4-3 against Leuven, so we almost came undone there. Club Brugge going through 6-1. 7th round, we won 3-1. 6th round, did we play? No, we came in at the 7th. Okay, fair dues. That is, regardless, another trophy, and our first trophy in this rebuild as well. That's the league and cup double. But the Champions League, we did get out of the group stage, but we got knocked out by Atletico Madrid 3-2. Unbelievable. We could have gone through in that one as well. I'm disappointed we didn't get any further, but we are having a constant showing in Europe. Just need to get past these clubs here. If it was in the other competitions, I think we may have gone all the way and won something. But the Champions League is one of them competitions where you really have to be top dog in that, I feel. Group stage, we did just scrape through. 10 points, 1 point in it from going out altogether. 3 wins. Fenerbahce, Manchester United, wow, and Ammonia. We did draw with Derry, which I find quite surprising. Nice, Chelsea, Inter and AC Milan beat us quite convincingly. But AC Milan, Liverpool were unbeaten. AC Milan topped the group. Who went on to win it? Real Madrid from Arsenal. So neither of them two teams. Our players though, how did they fare? I mean, look at Gilson, 28-31 after a poor season last season. He's almost at a 5-star as well. That is really, really good. 59 goal contributions and 58 starts. That's great. How is he only just worth 27 million? I just don't know. Bar 23 and 17, 23 and 13 for Dolberg, 20 and 10 for Rodri, 18 and 22 for Neves, 17-11 for Aronson, and Yari 10 and 10. I mean, that you don't want anybody else doing any more. We've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players on double digits for both goals and assists. I don't think I've ever had that happen ever. That's amazing. But Gilson, I just want to have a look how he has done though. So looking at history, I mean, he's done really, really well. Bringing him in from the youth setup after scoring 38 goals in 40. He's just been on the up every season. I mean, by far his best season. But if we have a look at his development over the tenure he's been here, wow, he looks really good, doesn't he? His physicals look really nice as well. Finishing 17. That's explosive. And our goalkeeper, 65 and 59. Can't argue with that at all. Finances, though, we are in the red. Only 11, nearly 12 million. Debts, 87 million. So they did take out some more, 300,000 a month. That kind of helps. Staffing, arguably the best in the league apart from goalkeeper there. Shot stopping, is it? I'm guessing. Yeah, we've added another 3 league titles, 1 Croquet Cup and the Super Cup as well. Twice, in fact, we've added. So 6 trophies this rebuild. That's quite phenomenal, and considering where they were over the past couple of seasons, we have gone and won it over the last 4 seasons 3 times. Really, really chuffed with that as well. And just before we go, as always, we'll have a look at some records, see if we did break any at all. Most league wins in the season, 33. I think that's just the season just gone as well, which is quite remarkable as well. Most league goals in this season, 115. Highest gate receipts, 1.03 million against Rennes in the Champions League. Interesting. Most goals by a player in a season, Vasquez 39. He really did have a good season that season, didn't he? Bar gets highest average rating by a player, 7.5. Fastest goal, 15 seconds by Gilson against Antwerp. I'm assuming, no, that was a league game. I assumed it was that cup game where we smashed them 8-1. Most goals by a player in the league matches, Yari 5. In the 5-1 win against Lommel. Most assists by a player in this season's Gilson, 31. Clean sheets, 19 by Van der Voort. Gilson, most player of the match awards. I mean, a lot of them coming in the final season though. And if we go on the transfers at the bottom, highest paid was 16.5 for Bar from Genk. And he has produced the goods, hasn't he, really? Absolutely brilliant stuff. I am a favoured personnel, which is always nice. Same with Ruben Neves, even though it's his only 2nd season as well. Where's Gilson? I'm surprised Gilson's not on here. If he is, he should be up here. Bar is, though. Gilson's a legend. Oh my God, he's a legend already of the club. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Really chuffed for him. I really am. Right, that's where we're going to leave it. Thank you very much for watching. Been a superb rebuild. I really did enjoy it. The money's not been great. You don't get as many great players in there. Apart, we did pick up Rodri and we did pick up Neves, so I can't really complain too much. And we picked up some fantastic youngsters as well, like Gilson and Bar as well. Vasquez did his part also. So if you did enjoy that, smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Note down in the comments down below. Let me know who you would like to see rebuilt next, or any good ideas for FM25 when the release comes out. I think it's pushed back to the end of November now. So until then, and until the next rebuild, thank you very much for watching. Thank you.